Slav defense, 3.e3. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. White really outplayed Black in that one. Black played better than White in the opening, but it was messy. Both players navigated the middle game well. The players battled pretty evenly in the endgame. Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. d5 establishes a presence in the center, controls the e4 square, and opens up the light-squared bishop. The queen's gambit offers up a wing pawn to attack the center and distract Black from the e4 square. In the Slav defense, c6 supports the d5 pawn. e3 supports the d4 pawn and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. It is the last book move. This misses an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn. It is an inaccuracy. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. It is good. This blocks an attack on a vulnerable queen. It is excellent. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. It is best. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. It is excellent. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is excellent. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is best. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is best. This activates a queen by developing it off of its starting square. It is excellent. Very precise. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is best. That's an unfortunate error. It is a mistake. This allows the opponent to double the pawns in front of the king. It is a miss. This misses an opportunity to double the pawns in front of the king. It is a miss. There was only one good move in that position. It is a miss. The game was close to balanced, but now White is worse. It is a miss. This is an equal trade. It is best. Takes back. It is excellent. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? It is a mistake. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. It is a mistake. This kicks an opposing knight. It is best. This takes an outpost, an active square where the knight cannot be kicked out by a pawn. It is best. This is a fair move. It is good. This misses an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is a mistake. This forces doubled pawns in front of the opponent's king, decreasing its safety and harming the pawn structure. It is good. Recaptures. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is good. Takes back. It is best. This is the strongest option. It is best. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. It is excellent. After all captures, this is an equal trade. It is good. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. It is best. This ignores an opportunity to move a queen to safety. It is an inaccuracy. This overlooks an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is an inaccuracy. This defends the attacked knight. It is best. This wins a tempo by threatening a knight and forcing it to move away. It is best. This protects an underdefended knight that is under attack. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is good. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the only good move. It is best. Recaptures. It is best. This reveals an attack on a queen. It is good. Capturing that rook wins material. It is best. Takes back. It is best. Recaptures. It is best. This steps away from the checking rook. It is best. Very precise. It is best. Takes back. It is best. This ignores an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is an inaccuracy. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. This misses an opportunity to double rooks on a single file. It is an inaccuracy. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. It is good. This doubles the rooks onto a single file, which allows them to team up to create threats. This threatens to win a knight. It is excellent. This wins time by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. It is best. This misses an opportunity to defend a bishop that was under attack. It is a mistake. There was only one good move there. It is a miss. This loses material. It is a blunder. This loses a pawn. This missed a move that would have produced a winning position. This misses an opportunity to win material. This is the start of the endgame and black is losing. It is a blunder. That was a free pawn. It is best. That's fine. It is good. That pawn was free for the taking. It is best. This evades the check from the bishop. It is excellent. That leaves a rook vulnerable to being captured. This permits the opponent to capture the checking rook. It is a blunder. This captures a vulnerable rook. It is best. Recaptures. It is best. This blocks the check from an opposing rook. It is best. This threatens to play checkmate. It is best. Right on target. It is best. That was a free pawn. It is best. This steps away from the checking rook. It is best. This takes an outpost, an active square where the bishop cannot be kicked out by a pawn. It is best. This pushes a passed pawn. It is best. One of the best moves. It is excellent. This steps away from the checking rook. It is excellent. An active king is critical in the endgame and getting it off of the back rank is the first step. It is excellent. That's a sensible reply. It is excellent. This is the strongest option. It is best. This evades the check from the rook. It is best. This move puts the rook on a safer square. It is best. This steps away from the checking rook. It is best. Placing a rook behind an opponent's passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. It is best. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. It is best. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. It is best. This pushes a passed pawn. It is best. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This threatens to push a passed pawn towards promotion. It is best. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This move puts the rook on a safer square. It is best. This overlooks a better way to move a queen to safety. It is a mistake. This pushes a passed pawn. This was a game-changing move, giving white a winning position. It is a great move. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. It is best. This wins material. It is excellent. This removes a rook that put the king in check. It is best. Takes back. It is best. Recaptures. This threatens to promote a pawn to a queen. It is best. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This promotes a pawn to a queen. It is best. The pawn reaches the back rank and promotes to a queen. It is best. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. It is good. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. This steps away from the checking queen. This is the only good move. It is a great move. A solid choice. It is excellent. This evades the check from the queen. It is best. A very strong play. It is excellent. This threatens to win a queen. It is excellent. Sharp a back and forth game where both players had chances. White really outplayed black in that one. Black played better than white in the opening, but it was messy. Both players navigated the middle game well. The players battled pretty evenly in the endgame.